Michael Gerard Tyson, born Fort Greene, Brooklyn, New York, June 30, 1966, is an American actor and former professional boxer, active between 1985 to 2005, and in 2024, he is considered one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time. Mike Tyson had an early physical development. At the age of 12, he weighed more than 80 kilograms, with very large muscles for a boy. At 15, he was already a fast and knockout heavyweight. At 18, even his trainer couldn't stand him up. At 20, he became world champion, the youngest heavyweight to achieve this feat. Obviously, there would be consequences for such a performance in such a short period of time. So, by the time Tyson turned 30, it was clear that he was also losing his physical strength, and his devastating run of knockouts and world titles was coming to an end. Mike Tyson had a difficult childhood after his father left home when he was just 2 years old. His youth was marked by STIB, and at the age of 11 he was admitted to a reformatory for young offenders, where he took up boxing, motivated by the institution's director, who was a former boxer. At 13, he was discovered by trainer Chris D'Amato, who became responsible for his career. However, the following year, Mike Tyson was mentored by Jan Vojic, and he became Olympic middleweight world champion at the age of 14. In 1981, at the age of 15, he became the youth boxing champion of the United States of America, and the following year he won the world title in the same age group. In 1983, he got angry with Atlas and went back to work with Chris D'Amato, and it was under his guidance that he made the switch to professional boxing in 1985. In his first year, he won all 15 of his fights, 11 of them by knockout in the first round. In 1986, a month after Chris D'Amato died, Tyson established himself as champion and became known all over the world. The most important of his 13 victories that year came on November 22nd, when he defeated Trevor Berbick to win the World Boxing Council WBC World Heavyweight title. At the age of 20, he was the youngest boxer to achieve this feat. The following year, he also won the International Boxing Federation and World Boxing Association world titles, and in 1988 he won 3 fights against renowned boxers, all by KO before the 4th round. In 1988, he married actress and model Robin Givens, who filed for divorce the following year. In a television program, she claimed that Tyson was, in her words, manic depressive. These problems affected the boxer's career, and he only fought twice in 1989, although he won both bouts. The bad times were confirmed in 1990 when, on February 11th, he was beaten in Japan by Buster Douglas with a knockout in the 10th round, losing all 3 of his world titles. In 1990 and 1991, he won all 4 of his fights and, in the meantime, challenged the new world champion Evander Holyfield, also from the United States, to a fight. In July 1991, he was on the jury of the Miss America contest, but ended up being accused of rape by one of the contestants. While awaiting trial, he continued to train, but was injured and had to postpone his fight with Holyfield. In March 1992, Mike Tyson was sentenced to 6 years in prison, but due to his good behavior, he only served half the sentence. He was released from prison in March 1995, and 5 months later he fought again on August 19, 1995 at the MGM Grand Garden, defeating an unknown Irish boxer, Peter McNeely, dubbed the Irish Hurricane, at 89 seconds of the first round. For the victory, Tyson received $25 million, and McNeely took $700,000. In 1996, he fought again and won, which led him to challenge Holyfield again on November 9th of that year. The fight took place and Holyfield won, but Tyson immediately asked for a rematch. The 2 boxers met again on June 28, 1997 for what has been called the fight of the century. But 40 seconds into the 3rd round, the unexpected happened. Tyson bit Holyfield's ear, which led to the fight being stopped. When the fight resumed, Tyson bit his opponent's ear again and was eventually disqualified. claiming that he had only done it in response to repeated headbutts he had been receiving from Holyfield in the first fight between the two. Mike had also complained about Holyfield's headbutts, leading to a fight in the ring between the two boxers' support teams. Tyson lost the fight and was banned for a year from competition. After serving his punishment, the New York boxer fought again and won. Tyson was born in the borough of Brooklyn, New York, United States. He has an older brother called Rodney, born in 1961, and had an older sister called Denise, who died of a heart attack at the age of 24 in February 1990. Tyson's biological father is Purcell Tyson, who was from Jamaica, but the man Tyson knew as his father is Jimmy Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick was from Griertown, North Carolina, a predominantly black neighborhood that was annexed by the city of Charlotte, where he was one of the best baseball players in the neighborhood. Kirkpatrick married and had a son, Tyson's half-brother Jimmy Lee Kirkpatrick, who would help integrate Charlotte's soccer school in 1965. In 1959, Jimmy Kirkpatrick left his family and moved to Brooklyn, where he met Tyson's mother, Lorna Mae Smith Tyson. Mike Tyson was born in 1966. Kirkpatrick frequented pool halls, gambled, and walked the streets. "My father was just a normal guy from the streets, stuck in the world of the streets," said Tyson. Kirkpatrick abandoned the Tyson family around the time Mike was born, leaving Tyson's mother to look after the children alone. Kirkpatrick died in 1992. Tyson's fame has become part of popular culture. In 1995, a biographical movie entitled Tyson was made for television. In Brazil, it was broadcast by SBT. The boxer also appeared in productions such as Rocky Balboa and inspired video games such as Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! For the NES, Mike Tyson Boxing for the PlayStation and Game Boy Advance, and Mike Tyson Heavyweight Boxing for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. In 2009, he appeared in the movie The Hangover, and in 2011 in The Hangover 2, playing himself, Mike Tyson. He is also one of the main boxers in the Fight Night Round 4 and Fight Night Champion games for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Tyson was also much parodied for his wild behavior. The Simpsons featured a boxer called Drederick Tatum who satirized Tyson. The Street Fighter game series features an American boxer called Mike Tyson in the Japanese original, but changed to Balrog in the international release to avoid suing Tyson. American ESPN columnist Bill Simmons created the so-called Tyson Zone, which is where a celebrity athlete behaves so bizarrely that any news story about them is considered true. And Scary Movie for includes a quote from the fight in which Tyson bit Holyfield's ear. In 2009 and 2011, Tyson appeared in the films The Hangover and The Hangover Part 2 as himself. He played Reggie Rhodes in the 14th season of the NBC series Law and Order SVU. In 2013, he played Reggie Rhodes, a convicted murderer and victim of sexual violence in the 14th season of NBC's Law and Order SVU. He has appeared in films such as IP Man, The Grandmother 3, and Kickboxer, Retaliation, Tragedy. On May 25, 2009, Tyson's 4-year-old daughter, Exodus, was found by her 7-year-old brother, Miguel, unconscious and wrapped in a cord, hanging from a treadmill. Exodus Tyson died in a domestic accident. The cost of the medical bills and the funeral was $200,000, which was raised through donations as Mike was bankrupt. SUIT photographer Antonio Echevarria has filed a civil lawsuit against former boxer and world heavyweight champion Mike Tyson. Antonio Echevarria accuses Mike Tyson of hitting him with a punch in November 2009 at Los Angeles International Airport, and is asking for no less than 25 million United States dollars, around 40 million reals, or 18.7 million euros in damages. The boxer was even arrested for the assault, but the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office released him citing insufficient evidence. The photographer claimed he suffered serious injuries to his face, brain, spine, neck, and other parts of his body as a result of the heavyweight's punch, as well as having his camera broken by Tyson. In August 2003, after several years of financial difficulties, Tyson filed for bankruptcy, despite the fact that over the course of his career he had accumulated more than $300 million in prize money. He even declared that he was at least $23 million in debt. In addition to all the economic problems, he was named by Ring magazine as number 16, after Sonny Liston, among the 100 best boxers of all time. Retirement. Even though he retired from boxing, he continued to look for opportunities to get back on his feet. One of Tyson's most lucrative ventures was his entry into the marijuana industry in California. In partnership with Eben Britton, a former American soccer player, he founded Tyson Ranch, a business that involved growing, producing, selling, and researching cannabis. According to The Sun, the company generated a monthly income of $611,000 United States dollars. Mike Tyson's last fight, now retired, took place on November 28, 2020, against Roy Jones Jr. in an exhibition fight with no points counted. The bout ended in a draw, and both fighters were praised for their performances. A multiple heavyweight champion and regarded as one of the most lethal boxers of all time, the legendary Mike Tyson, 57, had numerous financial and legal problems throughout his career as a sportsman, but he was visionary in investing in a new market that even helped him get back on his feet after squandering his fortune as a boxer. Iron Mike's current financial success is mainly due to marijuana. The boxer took advantage of the fact that recreational consumption has been legal in the U.S. state of California since 2018 and invested in marijuana-related products through Tyson Holistic. The best-known subsidiary of this conglomerate is Tyson Ranch. Today, only 3 states, Idaho, Nebraska, and South Dakota, prohibit any kind of use. In 15 American states, use has been decriminalized. In all, there are 11 states where marijuana is completely legal both for medicinal and recreational purposes. Mike Tyson's monthly earnings, according to the American press at the end of last year, were as much as $500,000 United States dollars a month, almost 3 million reals. The updated figures for April 2020, cited by the boxer in his podcast, show that he now sells 1 million United States dollars, approximately 5 million reals a month, which shows that it is an expanding market. In his internet program, he also said that he uses an amount equivalent to 40,000 United States dollars to 100,000 reals a month for his own consumption. Tyson still wants to expand his cannabis-related business. He wants to open a resort with a hotel, spas, inns, everything to do with weed. In addition, he wants to host annual cannabis festivals there and aims to rival the famous Coachella and found Tyson University with agricultural courses to teach students how to grow the plant, according to Fox Sports. The aim of Tyson Holistic is to promote debate about the healing properties of cannabis and one of the chemicals found in it, cannabidiol. His company produces, for example, a CBD-infused gel that has been clinically proven to relieve muscle pain and arthritis. Iron Mike also said that he doesn't grow the marijuana he uses in the Tyson Holistic products. Despite being the head of an empire, the boxer has suppliers and is responsible for quality control. He insists that the strains are grown indoors, harvested at maturity, cured for 30 days to guarantee natural flavonoids, trimmed by hand, free of pesticides, and tested in the laboratory. In this way, it generates a seal attesting to this quality.